Sue had an opportunity to go down to New York City, and she was with her brother, and they went out to get bagels. Let's face it, if you're in Manhattan, why not walk to the corner bagel shop and get the freshest ones? So they went on their way. Along the way, Steve told Sue that he needed to check on his homeless duty. You see, there are homeless folks who live in Manhattan. Down on their luck, people all over the city in different places. And Steve had discovered after living in Manhattan that it wasn't possible for him to help them all. But he could help one, and so he decided that instead of letting the struggle at the bottom be impersonal and pass by those who were in need, he would simply adopt one and make that his own personal homeless dude. I love Steve's style. He regularly checks on him, seeing if he's okay, making sure that he's had breakfast, that he slept through the night well, and is going to be okay during the day. Steve does this out of a personal sense that since he is okay, and therefore has a responsibility to see that others are okay, he needs to do something specific to reach out to some of those in need. Many of you are probably aware that our deacons do something similar each year when they give out Thanksgiving baskets. They are supported by all of you in the congregation through our food pantry, as well as food we have received as donations from the Otisville Lions Club, the Minnesink Kiwanis, the Minnesink Rotary, donations by the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and also the Federal Correctional Institution employees. And, of course, our own congregants, including one family that donated 6 turkeys, and other families who donated whole baskets, plus all kinds of folks from the congregation that dropped off turkeys and bags of canned goods and dry goods. This year, our deacons were faced with a daunting task of potentially supplying some 70 baskets. Usually, we have been giving away between 25 and 35 baskets, but because of the continuing economic downturn, there are more and more families who are coming to our food pantry, and there continues to be those who are losing their jobs. As I said earlier, I have heard of 2 members of our congregation in the past week that have been laid off just in this past week. The deacons even decided that because they weren't sure they were going to have enough food, that they needed to go shopping. And so they went to ShopRite and got food enough to make sure that each basket had about $100 worth of groceries in it, food for the Thanksgiving dinner, and enough for the whole weekend, because of the realization that if you're having family and friends gathering for a Thanksgiving celebration, it often includes more than just the Thanksgiving dinner, that there is a need to make sure there is breakfast the next morning and a few foodstuffs beyond that. They spent almost $2,000 making sure that there was enough food to be in every basket for everyone who came. The food was being stored in the fellowship hall after they went shopping, and there was also some of the things that had been left from the bazaar there, and so I felt the need on Wednesday to go into AA, as I had done to the Boy Scouts earlier the week, and point out to them that we were just storing it there temporarily, and that we would get it moved later on. And I didn't want to give them the impression that somehow we were pushing